All right, our next guest joining us from the Rutgers wrestling team. Please give a nice warm welcome to Vinne Dellafave, everybody. Say hello to Vinnie.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? A senior
Yep.
on the Rutgers wrestling team. And before we get to the Rutgers wrestling thing.
We got to find out where Vinny's from.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Vinnie is from
Toms River, New Jersey.
And
right,
you spent a lot of your childhood summers probably in
Seaside Heights.
Seaside. It's been a rough
Yes.
weekend there for you. You know a lot of people there too, right?
Yep, I got a bunch of friends that are business owners that took a serious hit last year with Sandy, and then
A year later.
Yeah, a year later now with this fire that just broke out. So my prayers go out to everyone.
All right. Now, all our thoughts to them as well. And thanks for sharing that. Well, tell us about Rutgers Wrestling and your experience on the team going into your senior year. What are you thinking?
We got a young team. This is definitely the youngest team we've had in a while. We usually have a bunch of seniors. We lost 6 guys last year, 6 starters out of 10. So we only returned 3 or 4. And then we have really good guys coming in like Anthony Ashnall, Tyson Dippery, and then we got people like Dan Seidenberg, Anthony Perotti that are ready to step up.
You look at the coaching staff; they're kind of relying on you to be the leader, kind of to set the tone for these young guys. What are you going to try and pass on to them?
I like to think that I like to tell them that everyone's talented when you get to college. It's what effort, how much effort you put into the sport is what you're going to get at when you get to the D1 level. Everyone's talented. The next guy you're wrestling, he's a state champ, he's a national champ. So high school it matters, college it goes right out the window.
Okay, so now in football, the older guys try and teach the younger guys about preparation, about film study, about doing the little things during the week so you're ready for game. What is it in wrestling? Is it almost the same or is it totally different?
Absolutely. Wrestling, you always hear is 10% athletic and 90% mental. Everything you're more in your head than on the mat in wrestling. You're always worrying about, oh, can I eat this? Can I do that? I need to get an extra workout in. So you just got to tell them that it's a long season. Just stay the course, and good things will happen.
Now, is there film in wrestling? Do you look at your opponent, or that's not a big factor?
That's almost preference. Some people won't like to wrestle, won't like to watch tape on who they're wrestling because they might start like not doing what they want to do out there. Because you go out there, you want to enforce your will on an opponent. So, and if you start worrying about what they're doing, you're not gonna.
So it's more what you want to do, less what the other guy wants.
Yeah,
to do.
I want to do what I practice. I want to do that no matter who can stop me on the mat. I want to do that no matter what.
It's a little different from football in that regard. Tell me about the high school experience in wrestling in New Jersey, because in a lot of places, you have some really big sports in high school in New Jersey, and wrestling in a lot of places even bigger than high school football.
Oh yeah, well, Region 6 when Coach Frank, he wrestled in Region 6. A bunch of the guys on the team wrestled in Region 6. When we were in there from 05 to 2010 or whatever, that was some of the best wrestling in the country. There was guys coming out like Scotty Winston, Frank Molinaro, Luke Lano. There was Nick Mendito. There was just dudes that number 1 in the country in 5 consecutive weight classes. It was pretty cool.
When you look at Coach, what can you tell us about playing for him now for 3 years?
I thought I was the most competitive person until I met Coach Frank Molinaro, and he definitely me and him butt heads, but it's all because we're just competitive and we want to just keep pushing each other.
And obviously Scott, being the guy who runs this program, what don't we know about Scott? We see how passionate he is, but what's the other side of Scott that we don't see?
I think he's one of the best motivators in the sport of wrestling. He can motivate you up for a guy that's wrestling doesn't have a win on the season, and he's making it seem like it's the national finals, and he's getting you and he's preparing you perfectly, and he's so good with the mental side, and that's so much of wrestling. So he does a great job with that.
Hey, thanks so much for coming by. We
Thanks
appreciate it.
me.
Best of luck. The season starts for you on November 3rd at Hofstra. Is there any opponent you like to wrestle out of that schedule more than anybody else?
I think we're gunning for Lehigh and Cornell this year.
All right.
That definitely got to get those two.
Lehigh Saturday, February 8th, and where's
both
Cornell?
away matches.
Okay, all right, very good. Good luck to you this season. Vinne Dellafave, everybody,
Thank
senior
you.
on the Rutgers wrestling team.